welcome to this Pilates for Dancers class. This is a full body Pilates class and we'll be focusing on some of the weaknesses I see in my dancers, so glutes, hamstrings, core and obliques, and we'll also do some back and leg work as well, and we'll finish off with a nice relaxing stretch. Although this is a dancer focused Pilates routine, you do not have to be a dancer to participate, but we will be doing some more intermediate to advanced exercises. And you will need a ball for today's class, so make sure you have that handy and let's get started. You can place your ball off to the side for now and we will start with some breathing. So just come to a comfortable seated position. Place your hands around your rib cage. Close your eyes. And on your inhale, feel your ribs expanding side to side. And then exhale, draw your ribs closed. Big breath in, expanding the ribs. And then exhale, draw your ribs in and down towards your hips. Let's take 2 more breaths like that. Bringing your awareness into your body. And on your next exhale, you can gently open your eyes. Good. Grab your ball. We're going to come to a seated position facing the side. And then place your ball behind your lower back, so right about where your sacrum is. And we're going to start with our C curve. So arms nice and long in front of you. You're sitting up tall as if you were sitting up against a wall. On your exhale, tuck your tailbone, roll back to your C curve. Think ribs to hips. Hold. And then we round forward deep in that C curve and stack your spine 1 vertebrae at a time. Good. Keep going just like that. Belly button to the spine. Keep your gaze forward. And lift tall through the crown of your head. Let's do 2 more like that. Really connecting to your core here. Exhale on the way down. And inhale to lift. Good. We're going to add a rotation now. Adjust your ball if you need to. So sitting up tall, this time when we roll back, open your arm to the right and twist to the right. And lift back up through center. Switch, twist to the left. Good. Keep going just like that, really rotating from the thoracic spine. So both hips, both knees stay facing the front. Exhale on your rotation. Inhale to lift. Hold this next one over to the right. Find your C curve. Hands come behind the head, elbows wide. I'm already shaking. Lift your opposite knee to opposite elbow, and we tap the mat. Lift and lower. I really hope you guys can see how much I'm shaking right now. If you're doing it right, you should be shaking. Stay deep in that C curve. Elbows are wide. Rotate deeper each time. You've got it for 4 and 3, 2, last one. Lower down, open the arms, come all the way up to seated. Take a little breather. Good. We're going to repeat that, starting to the left. So reset yourself. Sit up nice and tall. Ball is supporting your lower back. Arms reach long in front. Exhale, we rotate starting to the left. And inhale, lift. Really focus on using your core here, so we're not letting the work get too much into our hip flexors. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lift. Keep your shoulders down from your ears here. Chest is nice and open. Hold this next one open to the left. Hands behind the head. Lift your opposite knee to opposite elbow. And lower. Lift. And lower. Try to deepen that C curve. Rotate a little deeper each time. 4 more. Breathe. Last one, lower. Open the arms. Come all the way up to seated. And relax. Good. Hopefully you're feeling a little warm now. We're going to go into our roll-ups. So grab your ball. Extend both legs long in front of you, about hip distance apart. Feet are flexed. Reach your arms long in front of you. And on your exhale, tuck your tailbone. Roll down, coming through that same C curve we just found. All the way down to your back. Arms float overhead. Now we peel our spine all the way off the mat. Exhale, lift. Use your core. Round your back forward, belly button to your spine. And then we roll down, articulating through your spine. Arms float overhead. Good. Keep reaching energy through your heels here. Anchoring your legs into the mat. And as you roll down, reach your arms away to create more resistance. Good, let's do 2 more. Exhale, lift, close the ribs. Last one, make it your slowest one yet. Exhale, lift. Round it forward. And then roll down. Nice and slow. I want you to stop halfway. We hold for 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower all the way down. Nice job. Recenter yourself on your mat if you need to. I always shift a little bit in roll-ups. And we're gonna go into everybody's favorite, the 100. So take your ball, place it between your knees, and then lift your legs up to your tabletop. So you have just a nice consistent pressure on the ball, nothing too crazy, but I want you to engage those inner thighs. That's gonna help activate our pelvic floor. So knees are right over the hips, chest is open, float your arms up overhead. We'll start with our ab curls. Exhale, lift your chest up, gaze between the thighs. And then inhale, lower down with control. Again, exhale, lift, drop your ribs to your hips. And lower down. Good, make sure you're not arching your lower back here. And try to keep your ribs connected even when you lower down. Good, 2 more. Keep squeezing that ball. Last one, lift and hold. Pump the arms. We inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale and exhale. One more. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lift a little higher. Hold and lower down. Hug your knees into your chest. Take a little breather. That's really hard to do and talk at the same time. Good. Take your ball out. We're gonna go into our double leg stretch. So keep your knees hugged into your chest. Hold onto your ball, and on your exhale, lift up to an ab curl. Extend both arms, both legs long. You pass the ball under your legs, and then we extend again. Reach, and pass the ball under the legs. Good. Exhale, extend. Inhale, bring it in. Hold this one out, pass the ball the other way. In and extend. Hug the knees in, lift that chest high. 2 more. Last one. Reach it long. Hug your knees in and lower down. Nice job. You can rock from side to side here. Give your low back a little massage. And let's go into our double straight leg stretch or leg lowers. Place your ball between your ankles. Legs extend up to the ceiling. And I'll give you the option here. So you can either have your hands in a little triangle underneath your tailbone to support your lower back. Or for a challenge, you can bring your hands behind your head, elbows wide. Lift yourself up to an ab curl. So find your position, legs are long, toes are pointed. On your exhale, lower your legs to a hover. And inhale, lift. And lower. And lift, good. Make sure you're not arching your lower back here. Only go as far as you can without arching. 2 more. Keep the chest lifted. Last one. And bend the knees in. Grab onto your ball. Hug your knees, rock from side to side. Whew. I am already sweating. All right, let's give the abs a little break and we'll go into some bridging. So feet are flat on your mat, about hip distance apart. Place that ball between your knees. Arms down by your side. Chest is nice and open here. And we will do hinge bridges today to focus more on the glutes. So spine is gonna stay nice and flat. I want you to think about a spine sandwich here. So your abs and your core are working just as much as your glutes and your back. So you have an even amount of engagement on the front of your spine and the back of your spine. That's your spine sandwich, okay? So arms down by your side. Find that connection in your core already. Knit the ribs together. Squeeze your ball. On your exhale, press your hips straight up to the ceiling. Squeeze. And inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift. And inhale, lower. Keep going like this. Really press through your heels to lift your hips up and lower down. 3 more here. Try to lift your hips hips a little higher if you can without losing the ab engagement. Last one, lift and hold. Pulse your ball in for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. Lower your hips halfway and lift. Lower and lift. 4 more here. Squeeze the glutes at the top. Last one, lift and hold for 4, 3, 2, 1, and gently lower everything down. Good. Grab that ball, bring the soles of your feet together. Open your knees for a quick little butterfly stretch before we move on to our single leg bridges. Good, bring the knees back together. This time you're gonna place your ball under your right foot. So we're still in that same bridge position. Feet are parallel, hip distance apart. Now we just have a little more instability on that right side. So same thing, chest is open, spine stays flat. On your exhale, press through both heels to lift and lower. Good, watch you keep the hips nice and level here, so you're not pressing more with one foot than the other. Good, a little more hamstring activation on that right side. 2 more. Last one, we hold. Press that ball away, extend the right leg, and then drag it back in. Exhale, press. Inhale, bring it in. Keep pressing through your left heel to keep the hips high. 3 more. Last one. Bring it in, lift your hips, and lower all the way down with control. Good, let's go right away to the other side. So move that ball over to the left foot. Find your position to start. Chest is open, knit the ribs together. And on your exhale, press your hips up, hold. And lower. Exhale, lift. And down. Good. Pressing evenly through both feet. Hips stay nice and level. Two more. Last one. Hold. Press that ball away. And then drag it in. Exhale, press. And in, keep the hips high. 3 more. Last one. Bring it in, lift the hips, and lower down with control. Nice job. Hug your knees in, take a little breather here. And next we'll go into our leg circles. So take your ball, place it under your left ankle. Both legs are extended long on the mat. I'm just gonna scoot up so you can see me. And then hug your right knee into your chest and just circle it around to warm up your hip. And then reverse your circle. Back to center, extend your leg up to the ceiling, toes are pointed. Find your external rotation, so heel is rotating towards you, and really anchor your left ankle into that ball. So you're nice and stable on the supporting side. And we'll start with tiny circles on the ceiling without moving your hips. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at center, we reverse. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, we go into big circles. Come across your body first. Lower down, lift, and hold. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift and hold. Keep those hips still. Hold it here, we reverse. Open to the side. Lower and lift. Inhale, open. Exhale, lift. 2 more. That was my hip popping. Hold. Bend your knee. And we'll switch right away to the other side. So moving that ball over to your right ankle. Hug your left knee into your chest. And just circle it around. And if you find that your hip is popping, especially for dancers, it's very normal, but just try to reduce your range of motion and see if that helps. Go ahead, reverse your circle. And the more we strengthen the core and the hip flexors, the less that popping sensation will happen. Good, back to center. Extend your leg up to the ceiling. Find your external rotation. Anchor yourself on that supporting side. Tiny circles on the ceiling for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And hold. Big circles come across your body. Lower and lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. 2 more. Try not to move your hips. Hold it here. We reverse. Open, lower, and lift. Inhale, open. Exhale, lift. 2 more. Stay anchored in that right heel. Lift and bend your knee. Bring it back down to the mat. You can grab onto your ball and make your way up to your forearms here. Take your ball, place it between your ankles again, and extend your legs out on a diagonal so you're in a V position like so. Keep your chest lifted so you're pressing down away from that mat, and then turn your legs out so you're in like a first position here. So as you lower your legs down, you're gonna cross, cross, and cross, and then we lift. Cross, cross, and cross. You might have to adjust your ball. Try to rotate the legs evenly. That'll keep the ball nice and centered. And again, make sure you're not arching your back when you lower the legs. Chest is open. 1 more. Switch, switch, and lift, lift, and lift. Good, bend the knees, take a quick little breather here. And then we'll go into our frogs. So same position to start. Ball between the ankles. Flex your feet now and really use that ball to get more rotation. Inhale, bend your knees in for your frog. And then exhale, press away, point the toes. Inhale, bend. Really press your heels into the ball here, get more rotation. And press away. Good. Inhale, bend. Chest is open. 3 more. Squeeze that ball. Last two. And last one, make it your best one yet. Reach it long. Good, bend the knees, lower down to the mat. Whew. Take your ball, put it off to the side for now. And then come up to seated. Both legs extend long in front of you. We're going to go into our reverse planks here. So hands are gonna come behind you. They can be slightly behind your shoulders. Fingertips either pointing to your bum or out to the side, but not here, yeah? So, find your position, chest is lifted here. Inner thighs zipped together. On your exhale, press your hips up to the ceiling, gaze stays forward. You're in your reverse plank. And we lower down. Again, exhale, lift. Try to get in one line from your shoulders to your toes. And lower. Two more like that. Last one, we're gonna hold, lift. Kick your leg up 2 times. Lift, lift, and lower. Doesn't have to be super high. Actually, the lower the better because you're more controlled. Good. Lift, lift, and lower. Up, up, and down. One more each side. Exhale, exhale, lower, and up, up, down. Lift your hips, hold, and gently lower down with control. Flex your feet. Take a little pike stretch forward to stretch out those hamstrings. Nice job. And then roll it back up to seated. Good. Let's go into our side leg series, my favorite part of class. So we'll start lying on your left side. Right leg is on top. And you can be up on your elbow here or all the way down. I'm gonna stay down for today. Just to make sure whatever position you're staying lifted on the supporting obliques here, so we're not collapsing into the mat, yeah? So we'll start with legs parallel, either right in line with your hips or slightly in front. And you can use this front hand to support you here. So bring that top leg into a parallel passe. We're gonna rotate it out, in, and then extend down. Good. Lift. Turn it out, turn it in, and extend. Good. Keep going. Really use your outer glute to open that leg. 3 more here. Try to find more rotation with each rep. Hold, lower down, and extend. Good. Turn both legs out now, toes are pointed. We're gonna go into our développés here. So, coming into a turned out passe. Find that same rotation we just had. Lift your knee, extend the leg up, flex your foot and lower down with control. Feel like you're moving through molasses here. And lower, good. Again, lift. Start with the knee, extend the leg. Really flex your heel. Reach energy through the leg all the way down. Good, 2 more like that. Last one, try to find even more rotation. Lift and squeeze the inner thighs together on the way down. Good, we reverse. Flex your foot up, point your toes, come into that passe, And then extend all the way down. Heel forward, heel forward, heel forward, all the way down. Good. Flex it up. Find your retiré. And extend all the way down. Slow, 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 slow. Good. 2 more. And don't forget about your core here, of course. So abs are still working. And extend. Good. Relax, take a little breather. We're going to go into our grand battements. So it's a little faster, but just because it's faster doesn't mean it's less controlled, okay? So find your first position, point your toes, kick the leg up, and then flex on the way down. Point and lift, flex and lower. Good. Keeping that same rotation we just worked so hard to find. 3 more. Hold it here, we reverse it. Flex the foot up and point the toes down. Flex and lift, point and lower. Try to lengthen the leg more each time. Last 3 and 2 and 1 and lower down and relax. Whew, nice job. Let's come on up to kneeling and we'll do some oblique work. So grab your ball and we'll come up to kneeling. Extend your right leg long. You can roll up your mat if you need a little more cushion under this supporting side. Right foot is parallel to the edge of your mat and we're gonna hold our ball with both hands. Reach your arms up overhead. Sorry, my arms are cut off here, but you're just holding onto your ball. Arms up. Really lengthen your lower back down and drop your ribs to your hips here. On your inhale, we're gonna reach up and over to the side. And then exhale, lift. Keep that ball right over your head. Inhale, lower. And exhale, lift. Good. Keep the core engaged, ribs to the hips the whole time. And lift. 3 more. Really use your obliques to come up. Last one, lower down. We hold for 3, 2, 1, and exhale, lift. Good, nice job. Hold onto that ball with your right hand. Left hand comes down to the mat right under your shoulder. Ball reaches overhead. And you're gonna lift your right leg up. We sweep the leg to the front, the arm to the back, and then switch. Nice and controlled here. Keep your arm and leg at the same height. And switch. Good. One more each way. Come back to center. Just pulse your leg up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower everything down to the mat. Great job. Let's take that whole series to the other side. So place your ball off to the side for now. Come all the way down to your mat. We'll start with legs parallel. You can be up on your elbow or just prop your head up here. And we'll start with our legs parallel. Remember, keep those supporting obliques lifted. Core is nice and engaged. And we'll start by bringing that top leg into your parallel passe. Rotate it out and in and extend. Good. We lift. Turn it out. Turn it in and reach. Make sure your hips are staying stacked here so you're not rolling back when you open the top knee. Three more. Try to get a little more rotation each time. Last one. Rotate open. Lower and extend. Good. Come into your first position, so rotating both legs out. And we go into our developes. So drawing the toes up your leg, lift your knee, extend, and then flex your foot. There goes my hip again. And lower your leg all the way down. Good. And lift. Extend the leg. Flex the foot. Remember, pretend like you're moving through molasses here. Slow on the way down. Good. Two more. Last one. Try to lift a little higher. Flex the foot. Squeeze your inner thighs together so both inner thighs are working here. And relax. Good. We reverse. Flex the foot up. Point your toes. And then extend, heel forward all the way down. Good, and lift. Find a little more rotation. And extend. Two more. Flex it on the way up. And point to come down. Last one. And reach it all the way down. Good. Going into our grand bat mas now. Still controlled. Point your toes up and flex to lower. Point and lift and lower. Keep the same amount of rotation the whole time. Heel is reaching forward. Last three. And two. Last one. We reverse. Flex the foot up and point your toes down. Flex and lift. Point and lower. Good. Three more. Try not to have any tension in your neck. I just noticed I was lifting my shoulders up. Last one. Point and lower all the way down. Good. Let's come up to kneeling and do our obliques on the other side. So again, roll up your mat if you need to. Grab onto your ball. Extend the left leg long. Foot is parallel to the edge of your mat. Lengthen the lower back down. Think ribs to hips. Don't lose that connection this whole time, okay? Hold your ball. Arms extend overhead. Inhale, lower. And exhale, lift. Think about growing taller before you bend over. And keep that ball right on top of your head. Three more. Last one, we hold for 3, 2, 1, and exhale, lift. Good, nice job. Hold onto that ball with your left hand. Right hand comes down to the mat, right under your shoulder. We lift the arm and leg. Sweep your leg to the front, your arm to the back. And then we switch. Good. Leg stays at the same height. Don't let it drop, especially when you go to the back. 2 more. Last one. Sweep it front and back. Come back to center, pulse the leg for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower everything down. Nice job. That was a lot. Let's take a little stretch before we move on. So come into your mermaid pose. So both knees are bent. Place your ball to your right side. Left arm reaches long, and on your exhale, press your ball away. Reach up and over for a little side stretch. And then come back up to seated. Good. Again, reach away. And lift. One more on this side. And lift. Good. Flip your legs around. We'll go to the other side. Sitting up nice and tall, reach your right arm long, and exhale, reach up and over. And inhale to lift. Really use the ball to take you a little bit deeper into your stretch. Good. And lift. One more. And inhale, lift. Good. Come onto your stomachs now and place your ball at the top of your mat. And stack both hands on top of your ball. Arms reach long in front of you. Your legs are a little bit wider than hip distance apart. Belly button is lifting up to your spine as your hips press into the mat. Squeeze your glutes. So everything is active here. Press your hands down into the ball. Roll your shoulders down and back and draw the ball in to lift your chest just to a mini swan. Doesn't have to be super high here. And then lower down with control. Inhale, press down to lift. And exhale, lower. Good. One more here. Inhale, lift. Press down to that ball. And exhale, lower down with control. Good. You can leave your ball there. We're not going to use it for the next one. So both arms reach long in front of you. And we're going to lift opposite arm and leg. So right arm, left leg, and hover your chest up. And lower down. Switch. Left arm, right leg up. And lower. Good. Inhale to lift. Exhale, lower. One more each side. Last one, lift and hold. And then switch. Switch, switch, switch a little faster until you come into your swim. And we inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lift and hold. And gently lower down. Good. Sit your hips back on your heels for a little child's pose stretch. And come back onto your stomach, and we'll go into our full swan now. So hands are either underneath your shoulders or slightly in front, depending on your flexibility. Elbows tucked into your ribs. Same position with the legs here. Press your hips down, squeeze your glutes, point your toes, And on your inhale, press through your hands to lift your chest up. And then lower down with control. Good. Inhale, lift, shoulders down from your ears. And exhale, lower. Try to use your back to control on the way down. So almost as if your hands weren't there to help you on the way down. And lower down, slow, slow, slow. Good, let's do 2 more. Keep squeezing your glutes to support your lower back. Last one, lift. Hold. And lower all the way down with control. Good. Sit your hips back again for another child's pose. Allow the back to release here. And then come on up to all fours. Grab your ball again. I'm gonna flip around so you can see me. All right, we're gonna do my dancers' favorite series. And by favorite, I mean absolute least favorite, and they hate it. So you're gonna come down onto all fours and place the ball behind your right knee. So wrists are under your shoulders, knees are under your hips, and you're squeezing that ball the whole time. So reaching your heel in towards your glute. Find a neutral position with your pelvis here. So abs are engaged. And on your exhale, you're just gonna kick your leg straight up to the ceiling and lower down. Exhale, lift, and lower. Try to stay parallel here. I know it feels super awkward, but we're trying to target the hamstrings and the glutes. Keep squeezing that ball. And think about pressing your hands away from the mat the whole time, so you're not sinking down into the shoulders here. One more here. And we go into our fire hydrant. So open the knee out to the side and lower down. Exhale, open and close. Make sure you're not shifting over to the opposite side when you open your leg. And really squeeze your outer glute at the top. And down, good. Last one. And now we alternate. So kick your leg up and down and open and close. Exhale, lift and lower. Open and close. Make sure you're not arching your lower back here, especially when you lift that leg to the back. So your core is working the whole time. One more set. Kick it back one more time. Squeeze your heel into your glute. Pulse that ball for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. Pulse it up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower down. Take that ball out. Sit the hips back. Relax for a second. Shake it out. And let's go to the other side. I'm gonna flip around so you can see me a little better. Don't worry, we're gonna stretch after this. So find your position, wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Place the ball behind your left knee. You're squeezing your heel to your glute the whole time. press away from the mat. Find your neutral pelvis. And on your exhale, we kick that leg up and down. Exhale, lift, squeeze the glute and lower. Three more here. Good, now we go into our fire hydrant, open to the side and lower. Exhale, open and close. And if at any point this is too much on your wrist, you can just come up to a fist here instead. We want all the focus to be on our lower body here. Although this is a full body exercise, not gonna lie. Three more. Good, now we alternate. Kick it up and down and open and close. We lift and lower and open and close. Keep squeezing that ball. Make sure you're not shifting over to the right here. Stay nice and square. Four more. One more time, kick it back, pulse that ball for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold, kick it up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower down. Nice job, take that ball out. We are done with the ball. And take a seat, take a little breather, and we are going to go into our stretch series now. So coming back onto all fours, I'm gonna flip around again. So we'll start kneeling, step your right foot forward, and then come down into a lunge here, making sure your knee is right over your heel, and you're really sinking the hips forward to get a stretch in the left hip flexor. And just breathe, you can relax now. Good, circle your right arm up and around, grab onto your left toes if you can, and you can either hold here or we'll do our contract and release stretch. So on your inhale, you're going to press the top of your foot away into your hand. So inhale, press, and then exhale, stretch that foot in towards your glute. Deep stretch here. Inhale, press away, so we're engaging the quad. And then exhale, release, stretch. 2 more. Inhale, press. Exhale, stretch. Try to go a little deeper each time. Last one, press. And stretch it and hold. Breathe. And then gently release. Good. Frame your foot with your hands. And then send your hips back. Extend that front leg for a hamstring stretch. Really think about reaching your tailbone and the crown of your head in opposite directions to deepen the stretch. So I want you to have a nice flat back here. None of this, yeah. Really lengthen to get the most out of your stretch. And you can windshield wiper the toes side to side here. And then you can either stay here or slide down into your split and hold. Good, and gently release, then release in. And let's go to the other side. Starting with your lunge, step the left foot forward and sink the hips down. Getting a nice hip flexor stretch here. And circle your arm up and around, grab onto your back toes if you can. And we'll go into our contract and release. Inhale, press into your hand. And then exhale, stretch it in. Inhale, press. And exhale, stretch. 2 more. Moving with your breath. Last one. Stretch it in, hold it here, breathe. And gently release, frame your foot, send your hips back, extend the front leg, lengthen the spine here. And think about drawing that left hip back so both hips are square. And you can windshield wiper side to side. And either stay here or slide down into your split. Good, gently release, bend the knees. And then turn around, face me. We'll come into a straddle here. And grab your ball again, have it handy. And let's just roll out the ankles, releasing any tension. And reverse it. Good, flex your feet and then point. And flex, and point. Good, flex your feet, hold. Place your ball in front of you, stack your hands on top, and on your exhale, roll that ball away, stretch forward. And then bring the ball back in, come up to seated. And again, reach away. And lift. Good, 2 more. Try to go a little deeper each time. Last one, really lengthen the spine here. And hold. And bring it all the way in. Good. Place the ball off to the side. Bring your legs back together. Shake it out. And just bend your knees into a comfortable seated position. Give me a few shoulder rolls here. Working out any tension in the neck. Opening the chest. And come back to center, shoulders down, and we'll finish class like always. One big inhale, arms reach up overhead, and exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Amazing job, my loves. I hope you enjoyed this class. Let me know what you thought if you want to see more videos like this, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!